Okay, Libra, this is just a really quick read. I figured it might be just a few extra minutes than a quick one for this is for Libra for September, the money path. So this is what's happening for you in terms of your money in September. I feel like you're being directed onto a new journey here. It's not something I feel that's completely foreign to you, but it feels like it's a path you've never taken, you've never stepped into, because there's a lot of your intention that's required in this particular month, and it's really going to take pure power, and that's going to bring you to pure power, and that is where the potential lay for sure. So there's something that you need to work on right now that you may not be fully, understanding or have a comprehension of, or feel like you have some control around, but it's definitely a warning here that you need to choose. This is how things reveal itself and unravel, and simply it's taking the first step, and then the rest of the universe will lead you to the next step, to the next step. So this is actually a sacred journey marker as per the card. And this is the path that you need to trust, because you are actually progressing at this time. You have made some leaps and bounds, and definitely made some huge adjustments in probably healing and all of those things, given the cards that I did on the quicker versions. But anyway, it does indicate that you need to keep going, because you have to just trust the mystery. This is the thread of life, and this is something that is putting you onto the correct path. You're very, very close to where you're supposed to be. So moving on to the dragon is definitely someone who may be coming across as a fairly weaker character, but in actual fact, there is a certain amount of strength that comes through with this particular card. So the dragon is somebody who has a fair amount of tenacity, a fair amount of power, a fair amount of strength. There's a lot of perseverance here, and this is somebody who aims to protect the things, and they are supposed to protect the journey. And I feel like that is a reminder for you that you are supposed to protect your peace, protect your journey, because there is something that you need to resolve and strengthen and able to move through into, this place of integrity. This is definitely a place of purpose. This is something that that you've been drawn to because it has meaning in the world. It's not just an activity. It's not filling a job. This is something that is going to be signaling to you the next step. So this is where you're going to be taking back your power, because I feel that you have been feeling broken, and this is where there's going to be something that you need to move forward in. The card of the spider, this is a very creative energy for sure, but it's also that energy of, kind of weaving in and out of things and making things connect. So this is just a reminder that you are doing purposeful work. This is something that builds on the other, whether this is, cooking and then turning it into a cookbook, or turning it into a cooking channel, or whatever. You're building one thing to the other to the other. And this is something that you need to do on a daily basis. This is what you're being reminded to do for the month of September, because your responsibility is to create, and enable to see the fruition of that creation. You won't understand it, and you won't understand the purpose of it until you actually just lift your head up and then realize, oh, I've come that far. So it's kind of that energy. You are the architect of your own happiness, is what the card says. So you really need to put some time aside so that you can create, because you are building your life. And what you build for yourself, you can also bring others into, and then everybody benefits. So basically, look after you, look after your foundation, and the rest will unravel in a more positive, abundant way.